Ashley Hayek is a Republican strategist and lives in San Diego. She joins us now. Ashley, what do you see happening from this?
Good morning. Well, illegal immigrants are basically exploiting a vulnerability in our system right now by trying to claim asylum. What the president is doing is saying that if you want to claim asylum, you need to go to a port of entry. The judge who barred this is a San Francisco judge appointed by Obama, which basically shows how important the judicial appointments are by the president. The Constitution does not grant to a single judge the power to veto executive action. And so I can see this going all the way to the Supreme Court.
And if it does, the president may get a break now. But it is interesting how, I mean, you look at how this judge ruled on this, ignoring the fact that these asylum seekers traveled over 1,000 miles through an asylum country to get to the United States, then enter illegally. How does this not get reversed when it gets to the Supreme Court?
Right. It absolutely will be reversed. And it was over 2,000 miles. As there are over 500 criminals that have been documented within the caravan. You know, I live in San Diego. I have 4 children in San Diego. This should be a wake-up call for our country. If you think that they're going to come into this country, people in Mexico are protesting right now. They're fearful. There's people who are using drugs. There are people who are urinating outside of schools. The thought of this coming into California is also alarming because California doesn't have the infrastructure to take in these immigrants. California has the highest poverty in the country.
Actually, I wonder if this is going to spark more violence. I mean, which is something that nobody wants at this point. But, you know, you look at residents of Tijuana saying, we're afraid we don't want all these people here because it's a lot of people. And then if they're at the border, you know, it's a lot of people that we're talking about. And if you look at some of the caravan facts, 500 criminals, mostly adult men, that's what we're being told. And then 6,000 at least at the San Ysidro point there. And so I don't know. It's just a lot of people. And where do they go then?
Well, absolutely. And there's people in Mexico are saying, you know, they're pushing the women and the kids to the front so that they get the media exposure, so that, you know, Americans have a soft spot. And, you know, it's troubling. Like, as a mom of 4 small children, I can't imagine making that trek. But the fact of the matter is there's a process in place. The process has to be followed. You cannot come into this country illegally. We're going to see a crime problem. We're going to see a drug problem. And the president needs to be able to do whatever he can to protect Americans first. And
it's interesting how, I mean, you know, if you look at the way this works, you know, the Mexicans never had a problem with this because it always moved through their country and then went to the United States. Now, all of a sudden, the border's blocked, right? And they have these camps set up. So, and you would think that if these people get rejected or they can't come in as easily as they used to be able to, they're probably just going to stay in northern Mexico. And that then threatens their livelihood because then it's their jobs that they're worried about there because there's, you know, it's not a booming economy in Mexico like it is in the United States, not nearly to the extent. And then they start to wonder, well, what am I going to do for work? Is this going to bring wages down? All of this excess, you know, help around all of these extra employees.
Right, and take that a step further. If the border is shut down, a lot of folks live in Tijuana and they cross and they work in the United States. And when they have to shut down that port of entry, they're not able to go across to work, and that's affecting both America and Tijuana's economy and our cross-border commerce.
Okay, interesting stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.